Hi, everybody. It is September 28th, Tuesday. And yeah, I just want to check in, just so you guys know I'm still around fighting the good fight. Uh, what I was going to talk about today was I think what I've been noticing is a lot of people that aren't aware of what's kind of going on. There's a there's a huge paradigm shift, like we've all kind of are starting to become aware of. It's kind of like a reality shift. It's a changing of systems, huge changing of systems. So we're kicking out the old one, getting rid of it. Our controllers, the ones that are just working for themselves, completely working for themselves, and it I think the way they've been doing it is very clever, very smart. They've made it look like it's kind of like the normal way of doing things, and they you know and it's all based on scarcity, which they control. They control everything. So anyway, to sort of cut to the chase here, what I noticed is most people that aren't aware of what's going on, and it's kind of like a huge spiritual battle that's going on between like almost like the dark side and the good side type of thing. And this is a big liberation operation. It really is, and it's working. But it's kind of interesting because the dark side didn't want the regular public aware of this, because obviously if we all woke up and we got on board with it, we'd be able to kick their butts quicker. So they've been keeping this battle quiet as much as they can. They don't want, well, they've been keeping so many secrets for thousands of years. But anyway, so the good guys are basically fighting on those terms. They're doing everything really behind the scenes, keeping it quiet too. But for their reasoning, it's more just because they don't want to freak everybody out, I guess, in a sense. Because if we realized how controlled we were and what's going on. So anyway, this is coming to a head, as we all noticed. And what I've been noticing is the people that aren't aware of that, the only thing they're concerned with is getting their old lives back again. And this is what's going to come to a head, because I mean they're going to be happy when they realize uh, once we get over this confusion and we go forward and we start making a new world. But right now they're going to be basically fighting against it to a certain extent, which we've all noticed. It's like all they want is their lives to be back to where they used to be. In other words, they just want to go back to their prison cells, and I understand that. So because they made their little cubicles really comfortable, and they know the system in our prison system, and they just want you know their lives exactly the way they were. They want it to be regimented. I want to pay my taxes. I want to put gas in my tank. Work really hard, party on the weekend. They want that old lifestyle back again, because that's what they're growing up with. And so I understand that, but the problem is this is huge. This is a huge change, and it's coming to a head. And uh, our controllers don't want us to change out of that system, and the good guys are fighting hard to change that, to break that system down. So it's coming to a head, as we all noticed, and one of the last big links left is to take down the mainstream media, which is coming. So that's kind of where we're headed. And now another thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is our finances. The way we've been using phony money. Let me put it that way. It's really fancy, legalized monopoly money. It's all it is. It's just to play the game of control. And that's coming to an end. Like, once you started doing some research like I did, this is like a long time ago, I'm understanding it, better, that basically it's just a big Ponzi scheme. The banks have all got together with our controllers, and that's how they do this system. It's basically we're on just a piece of paper that they tell us what it's worth. That's all it is. It's just and they manipulate the markets, they manipulate everything. So we're going to a financial system which is going to be based on something in reality, which is going to be gold or silver, precious metals, precious stones, actually backed by something legitimately for real. It's not going to be just a number, especially since we went into the computer age now. It's just those are just digits. It's not even a real dollar bill, let alone. And even then, the dollar bill is just a monopoly money. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is like we're going forward, and it's going to be an awesome system. Believe me, I know it's going to change for the better. Um, but it's going to be difficult because, as you can imagine, we our whole lives we've been basically buying into this old system, not only of control, believing that our elections are legit, which they're not. They haven't been for a long time. Uh, believing that our judicial system is just, which is definitely not. I mean, if you notice that, definitely not based on that. So, anyway, all these uh, ideas and concepts of this old life are going to crumble. And along with it is going to be the financial system. But I want to tell you guys, just don't freak out because believe me, this has all been planned, really well thought out. Um, and it's like whenever you change to a new system, you still use that old system until it completely, you've completely made the transition. So don't worry about losing any money. All your money, even the money you've hid underneath your mattress, whatever, all those old dollar bills, whatever, you can cash them in. From what I've been getting, it's probably over a period of like 1 or 2 years or something that we'll be changing over to the new financial system. The new financial system will be up and running probably by next year, and we can start using it. Uh, using it for our businesses and for our daily lives and stuff. But it'll be sort of like parallel with the old system for a while, just to be able to transition between the two systems. So don't worry. I mean, yeah, you can make some great investments right now and things like that. But I what I'm what I keep getting, not only just from my own research, plus from my guides, is don't worry, you guys. I mean, we're heading into a fair financial system, which is something we've never seen before. It'll be fair. And it'll make sense. Um, okay, I can go on with that about that for a while, but I'm just here to tell you, like as usual, I'm just part of this changing system that's coming forward here, and I'm just going to tell you, just don't freak out. Just kind of just stay calm, relax, and as crazy as this ride seems, that it's under control um, by good guys. I'll just say that by the people that are fighting for us. I mean, we have to fight as along too. We have to do our part. But yeah, they're doing the bulk of the work behind the scenes, you guys. Our biggest job now is just to try to keep our spirits high and be positive. Like, don't fall for. There's a lot of false psyops out there about there's gonna be an asteroid crashing into the Earth and the financial crash is coming. It's actually not a crash. It's a transition. Um, you know, Tsunamis, whatever. Just don't fall for all that stuff. If you guys really can understand, or if I can get this across to you guys, all those things are being fixed for us. They've all the real sting is being taken out of all these operations, so we don't have to worry. All we have to just try to keep our minds clear and positive, and we can get through this. We're really close to the end of the end of, I call it stage one, because the way I've been sort of told, or I try to make this thing make sense, is this liberation operation is in basically three main stages. And his first is discovery, which is find out what's going on, who's doing what, basically exposing all that stuff. And then the second one is disclosing it, and that's the stage we're at. We're basically changing from stage one, phase one, to phase two, which is we've discovered who's doing what and where they're doing it, and you know, basically trying to just to understand the system and then start dismantling it. So it's discovering and dismantling it, and then disclosure, and that's what's coming up next. And that's basically telling the public, and that's why it's taking a while for us to really be able to take this truth of what's going on. Then we're going to be disclosed what's been going on all this time, and it's kind of like a big wake-up call. And then the third phase is the reconstruction, and that's kind of what I was told that I'll be mostly taking a part in. So I'm here to observe all this other stuff and to help out as well. But so we're heading into the second phase, which is disclosure, and that's going to be a bitter pill for people to realize. A lot of people aren't going to like when they find out that we've been played. You know, it's not going to be a lot of happy people finding out that we've been used and farmed and played. Anyway, but that's coming out, and that's coming soon. And then once we kind of get past that, it'll merge into the reconstruction, and that'll be, from what I understand, definitely starting by next year. So this first phase has to wrap up by the end of this year, and I'm thinking hopefully by next month, by October. So stay positive. That's my little update for now. Hang in there, guys. We're getting really close to the finish line. Okay, bye.